representatives of Pan-African groups and movements under the banner of Africans Rising to give you our official reaction to an important step in the journey to borderless Africa and the broader Pan-African vision of a united, connected, and integrated continent. The Africans Rising movement is a Pan-African movement, a global Pan-African movement that is organizing people at the grassroots to push for the unity of our continent. We have over 45,000 members across the continent and diaspora, including individual and organizational memberships. We are also here with one of the members and partners of Africans Rising, Economic Fighters League. On African Liberation Day 2026, the government of Ghana started the implementation of a new visa regime with the removal of the $200 visa on arrival fee that some Africans traveling to Ghana had to pay. We warmly welcome this initiative by the government of Ghana and commend the boldness in taking this first step towards the vision that Kwame Nkrumah laid for us. Last year, we launched the Visa-Free GH for Africans campaign to push for the removal of the $200 fee. Because for us, it did not make sense for fellow Africans to have to pay to enter Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. We organized a massive African Unity March on September 21st, 2025, and launched a public letter to the President of Ghana, which was signed by hundreds of people across the length and breadth of this country. We visited homes, markets, campuses, and held awareness campaigns to garner support for the initiative as part of the Borderless Africa campaign. The Borderless Africa campaign itself, the bigger campaign, was launched in 2022 at the All Africa Movements Assembly, organized by Africans Rising to rally and organize Africans at the grassroots level to push for a removal of visas and to promote free movement of Africans in Africa. Since then, alongside members, partners, and citizens across the continent, we have campaigned against restrictive visa regimes that make it unnecessarily difficult and expensive for Africans to travel within Africa. This has led to, and in some cases contributed to, progress in recent years in the introduction of measures aimed at easing mobility for Africans, both at the bilateral and multilateral levels. Kenya began its visa-free policy for Africans late last year, but not before introducing an electronic travel authorization, which was essentially a visa by another name. We did further mobilization and presented a petition to the government arguing that the electronic travel authorization was a retrogression because African nationals that didn't need visa before now had to pay for the electronic visa travel authorization before getting into Kenya. Eventually, the electronic travel authorization was then abolished, and African citizens can now enter Kenya without having to apply for visa or pay any money, except two countries, Libya and Somalia. I'm sure whatever the issues are will be resolved, and they also will be added so that Kenya can also have a perfect score in its visa-free policy, just like we have in Rwanda, just like we have in Benin, just like we have in Seychelles, and just like we have in the Gambia.